The graduation ceremony will begin in 2 minutes. We ask that you silence your cell phones at this time.
Say, which one are you gonna?
I'm just gonna be here. Yeah.
We gotta see.
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll just be wherever.
I'll go.
Please stand for the processional and remain standing for the posting of the colors, national anthem, and invocation.
Dale. Oh! Dale. Hey. Please stand. Oh.
Jay Stungo, Brittany McCain, Jehovah Kudos.
Ethan Walker.
He's said to have translated a number of sweet prayers into English. This prayer has been paraphrased and translated by Mohammed Rosemary and Amos Maximus, class of the 2025 Master of Religious Language.
And is dedicated to the 2025 graduating class of the College of the Muskogee Nation.
Oya Ficture, Ajagat, Hizagada Masi, Chimponaga, Horoli.
Jehovah
On behalf of the College of Muskogee Nation's Board of Regents, faculty, and staff, I would like to thank our guests and families for joining us this morning to recognize the tremendous accomplishments of our graduates. Before proceeding, I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize our graduate wearing the red, white, and blue double cord. Would you please rise and be recognized as a veteran of the United States military? Please continue to stand as I ask all military veterans in attendance today to join me and stand and be recognized. All military veterans in attendance today. Mado. Mado for your service. Please take note of graduates wearing academic insignia in recognition of their exceptional achievements. The class of 2025 has 45 graduates and includes 2 graduates on the President's Honor Roll with a 3.75 GPA or higher indicated by the double cords. Would you please rise and be recognized? We have 4 graduates on the honor roll with a 3.5 to a 3.74 GPA and are wearing the single honor cord to signify their achievement. Would you please stand and be recognized? Five of our graduates are members of the Phi Theta Kappa National Honor Society with a 3.5 or higher GPA and are wearing the gold stoles. CMN is honored to be a national member of the PTK Honor Society, recognized for our excellence in research and academics. Would you please stand and be recognized, Phi Theta Kappa members? Today's ceremony marks an important event for our graduates. It is also an important time to celebrate the families and friends of our graduates. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize our special guests. Would all the mothers and fathers of graduates please stand and be recognized? Spouses and children of graduates, would you please stand and be recognized? Grandparents of graduates, would you please stand? Now I would like to introduce the following people. Would you please stand and be recognized? College of the Muskogee Nation's faculty and staff. CMN Graduation Committee members. Principal Chief of the Muskogee Nation, David Hill. Second Chief of the Muskogee Nation, Dale Beaver. Speaker of the National Council, Randall Hicks. National Council Representative Galen Cloud. National Council Representative Joyce Deere. National Council Representative Mark Randolph. Former National Council Representative James Jennings. MCN Secretary of the Nation, Chief of Staff Jeff Fife. Secretary of Education Kayla Harjo, Dr. Kayla Harjo. From OSU IT, Vice President Chris Binge. Vice President Dr. Ina Agnew. And then a special recognition for Muskogee artist Kenneth Johnson for traveling in all this way from Santa Fe to bring our beautiful mace to us this morning, that we were able to carry this in. This mace is sculpted from wood brought to us from our homelands in the Okmulgee area in Georgia, around the Macon area. And so it's sculpted by artist Danny Beaver, and then the metalwork by Kenneth Johnson. So we're very appreciative of our artists for helping us out. Our platform guest today, Dr. James King, Regents Director for Institutional Effectiveness. Mike Flood, Chair of the CMN Board of Regents. Dr. Dean Hughes, Vice Chair of the Board of Regents. Sharon Mouse, Member of Board of Regents. Bruce Douglas, Member, Board of Regents. Miko Tyner, Dean of Academic Affairs. Crystal Wind, Dean of Student Affairs. Today's commencement speaker, award-winning journalist and citizen of the Cherokee Nation, Rebecca Nagel. At this time, I'm privileged to ask Chairman Mike Flood to share a warm welcome from the CMN Board of Regents.
Thank you, Dr. Randall. Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends of our graduates, to our Muskogee Nation Administration, National Council, and to our special guest, on behalf of the Board of Regents, I want to welcome you today. I want to mention one of our regents, Pandy Ramirez. She is a state district judge, the chief district judge of Okmulgee, Ofuskie, in Creek County, and of course she's in court today and couldn't be here. Graduates, are you ready? You know what I think would be a good idea if you would stand. I know it's been a sacrifice to you to get this far, but it would be nice if you would stand and turn and face your family and friends and give them an applause because they went through it with you, please. Please stand, and this is for you parents, guardians. Thank you very much, and I promised Dr. Randall that I would not tell any jokes today. And Dr. Randall, I do have a good one, but I'm going to spare you today, okay? Thank everyone for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Flood. We appreciate your words. And we're actually ready for your joke. We practiced our laugh yesterday at practice, so we were ready. At this time, Dr. James King, Regents Director for Institutional Effectiveness, will introduce our commencement speaker.
Rebecca Nagel, our commencement speaker today, is a citizen of the Cherokee Nation from Tahlequah, Oklahoma, the capital of the Cherokee Nation. Ms. Nagel is an award-winning journalist and the author of By the Fire We Carry, the generation-long fight for justice on native land. In addition, she is a writer and host of the podcast This Land, which was nominated for a Peabody Award in 2021. Her writing on Native representation, federal Indian law, and tribal sovereignty has been featured in The Atlantic, The Washington Post, The Guardian, USA Today, Indian Country Today, and more. Rebecca Nagel is the recipient of the American Mosaic Journalism Prize, Women's Media Center's Exceptional Journalism Award, the Lucas Book Prize, a finalist for the National Book Critics Circle Award, a Peabody nominee, and numerous awards from the Indigenous Journalists Association. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to welcome Miss Rebecca Nagel to our 2025 graduation commencement.
Osio Nagad, Gohin Tauton, Telek Janel, Jeliki Ayetli, Gala, Doryu Gali Liga, Jigaiton Ha. Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Nagel. I'm a citizen of Cherokee Nation, and I'm really, really, really happy to be here today. Thank you so much to the College of Muskogee Nation for inviting me to be your commencement speaker. It's such an amazing honor. And let's give it up just one more time for the class of 2025. So I've actually never given a commencement speech before, and I didn't know what to say today. So when I started writing my speech, I did what you do. I went online, and no, I did not use ChatGPT. But I went to YouTube and I started watching, Oprah Winfrey's commencement speech, or Denzel Washington's, or Meryl Streep's, or Steve Jobs. And I got the theme that my job today is to give an inspirational and motivational talk, share stories from my life about how I got to where I was, to send you all off for a bright future. The problem is that I'm a journalist, and I'm not used to giving inspiration and motivation. I'm used to just talking about the facts, right? And the story of what's happened. But I think often, especially as Indigenous people, we have a lot to learn from our history and a lot to be inspired by from our history. And so if you'll allow me, I'd like to share a little bit of that. So in the late 1800s, before Oklahoma was a state, the place where we are all sitting and the 3 million acres of land around us was owned communally by Muskogee Nation. And on that land, the tribe built schools. By 1866, it was 33 28 neighborhood schools, and 5 boarding schools that over 1,000 Muskogee children were educated in. At the same time, the US government was coming up with this scheme. They decided that instead of pushing Native Americans onto shrinking reservations, they would assimilate Native people to white society by privatizing tribal land. Communally held tribal lands would be divided up, and parcels would be assigned to individual tribal citizens. The scheme was called allotment. To negotiate the terms of allotment with the 5 tribes in what is now eastern Oklahoma, the Muskogees, Cherokees, Chickasaw, Choctaws, and Seminoles, Congress created a special commission. You may have heard of it. It's called the Dawes Commission. But the Dawes Commission ran into a problem. Everywhere they went, the tribes said no. The principal of Muskogee Chief in downtown Okmulgee gathered a crowd of thousands and asked people to stand on one side of the public square if they wanted allotment, and on the other side of the public square if they didn't want allotment, and in unison, the crowd moved and voted allotment down. The Choctaw General Council made it illegal for any citizens to cede any portion of Choctaw land. The punishment for the first offense was 6 to 12 months in jail. The punishment for the second offense was death. And so Congress decided if the tribes would not agree to allotment, the US would bully them into it. Congress actually just couldn't come and take our land because we owned it outright. We held the patent to our land, much like a homeowner owns the deed. But Congress could take other things, and so they did. To punish the tribes for resisting allotment, Congress took our schools. When the Secretary of Interior took over Muskogee Nation and the other 5 tribe schools, he was appalled at the conditions. The schools, according to him, did not prioritize the necessity for learning English. To make things worse in his eyes, boys were not taught farming, and instead of domestic arts, girls were being taught Latin and mathematics. The other problem on his hands was that hundreds of thousands of illegal white squatters had poured onto our tribe's land. And because the squatters weren't tribal citizens, they didn't have any rights under tribal law, and then they didn't have any schools to send their children to. So taking over the tribal schools served 2 purposes: breaking down tribal sovereignty and giving white squatters what they wanted. In 1906, Eufaula Harjo, who helped lead the grassroots resistance to allotment, addressed a senatorial committee. Harjo had a lot to say about how allotment had harmed his fellow tribal citizens, but a big part of his message was education. We were proud of our schools, he told the committee, until the white men came in and crowded us out and took our schools away from us. At the same time, the US government started sending the citizens of the 5 tribes to government-run boarding schools. Created to eradicate Native culture by assimilating Native kids to white society, the schools would punish Native kids for speaking their languages. The schools were also sites of widespread physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. Today, on the historic grounds of the largest boarding school in Oklahoma, are the unmarked graves of 67 children who died there. As a community, we are now having important conversations about the abuse that Native kids face at these government-run boarding schools. But I think we haven't had those same conversations about Oklahoma public schools, but abuse happened there too. By the 1930s, the majority of school-aged children in the 5 tribes attended state-run public schools. When John Ross, a fluent Cherokee speaker, entered kindergarten, he didn't speak English. In the Cherokee community he lived on the eastern edge of Cherokee Nation, everybody spoke Cherokee. In elementary school, if John made a mistake in English, his teacher would paddle him. Depending on how many you missed, he told me of learning how to spell. That's how many licks you got. When Sheila Bird's older brothers started school, they didn't speak English either. If they made a mistake in English, their teacher would slap the back of their hands with a ruler. Sheila was supposed to start kindergarten in 1973, not that long ago. And her family didn't want their youngest child to face the same abuse. So they made sure before she started school that she knew how to speak English. But that meant that she didn't learn how to speak Cherokee. I used to get mad at my mom. She told me, "How come you didn't make me learn Cherokee too?" For Sheila's generation, not speaking Cherokee to their children was a form of protection. Today in Oklahoma, there are less than 2,000 fluent Cherokee speakers who are still alive, most who are over the age of 60. If we don't want to lose our language, we have a generation to reverse what centuries of U.S. policy has done to our tribe. Our language holds our medicine, our ceremonies. What John Ross would say, and what many Cherokee speakers say, is that if, as a people, we lose our language, we will lose what it means to be Cherokee. Tatli yudetiad igohi jalagi ayetli dagilostane la. Jalagi gooni histi digadel kwaska. Doyu stai jagesa I asen jalagi gooni histi uskedi. So for a couple years, I worked for my tribe in Jalagi Gooni Histi Aniwisaski, which is the Cherokee Nation Master Apprentice Program, much like the Master Apprentice Program you guys have here at the College of Muskogee Nation. It was one of the hardest things I have ever done, but it was really worth it. I am by no means fluent. I'm definitely still learning. But from what I did learn from our language, I saw how much it holds our worldview and how you simply cannot translate that into English. And to illustrate, I'd like to tell you guys a little story. So one day I was driving down, if you guys are familiar with the Tahlequah area, I was driving down to Marble City to pick up my friend Ulskani. And I was driving through the Cookson Game Refuge, and it's a small little 2-lane county road, and I may or may not have been speeding a little. When out of the corner of my eye, I see this flash of something moving really fast, and I slam on my brakes, and a bear hits my car. And hits it and kind of bumps its head and then keeps running. And I'm kind of all flustered and flabbergasted. One, because I hadn't ever seen a bear in Oklahoma. Two, it just hit my car. And then three, I'm worried I don't know if the bear is okay. So I go down to Ulskani's house. We put some duct tape on the bumper where it's bent. And I drive him back, and the whole drive back to Tahlequah, he's kind of joking with me, and he's like, "Oh, do you see that mama bear over there crying? I think it's because her baby's hurt." And so a few months pass, and we're at Stillwell High School, and we're doing this event to honor Cherokee speakers. So we're having these big speaker meetings where Cherokee speakers were getting medals and signing this book and getting honored. And so we're outside and we're cooking, and Ulskani calls me over, and he's like, Goheen's my Cherokee name. He was like, "I have a new Cherokee name I want to give you." And I just felt so honored. I was like, this elder, this speaker, sees the hard work I'm doing to learn our language, and he's going to honor me by giving me a new Cherokee name. So I sit down next to him. I'm waiting for him, and he goes, "Your new Cherokee name is Yon Dihi, which means bear killer." It's funnier in Cherokee. A couple summers ago, I got to learn a few Muskogee words. Do y'all know Rosemary McCombs Maxey? Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, give her a round of I hope she doesn't get mad at me for telling this story. So I met Rosemary through my friend Sarah Deere, and at the time I was working on my book, which is about the McGirt Supreme Court case, but also more broadly tribal sovereignty. And I wanted to talk to Rosemary about the important work she's doing to teach and perpetuate the Muskogee language. And Rosemary probably will never agree to be interviewed for a book again, because what she thought would be one interview turned into like 10. But I'm really grateful for all the time that I got to spend with her, because I got to make a new friend, and I just think Rosemary is such an amazing person. But in July of 2023, in the summer, I was driving down from my house in Tahlequah, and I was running like my typical, 10 to 15 minutes late. But I thought, no worries, I can make that up on the turnpike. I'll just go a little over the speed limit. But the Oklahoma weather had other plans for me, and it was just one of those just downpours of a rainstorm. And so me and everybody else were driving below instead of over the speed limit. So when I get to Rosemary's house, I'm late, and her living room is already full. And in a circle made by a couch, a couple recliners, and some chairs pulled in from her kitchen is a group of Muskogee language students. And they're spending that week of their summer in Rosemary's living room to learn the Muskogee language from her. On the wall, pinned to red fabric, were little note cards with squares of color and numbers drawn on them, with Muskogee words written neatly nearby, like Jadi for red. Rosemary sat in front of her television with a little pile of papers at her feet. And the day I visit, the class is practicing a play. And the characters in the play are different kinds of animals. And so before Rosemary passed out the script, she thought for a moment about how do you translate, script into Muskogee. And she translated it as a piece of paper that has been written on. And then as the students passed out their animal masks, they practiced saying Jula, Nogozi, Juvi for fox, bear, and rabbit. On the couch, there was a little dog curled up in a blanket. And for most of the day, the dog slept and was really quiet. But when some visitors came by and knocked on the door, the dog growled at them. And then we all got to learn how you say in Muskogee, the dog growls. Eva Hikas. Now Rosemary, of course, teaches here at the College of Muskogee Nation in the Master Apprentice Program. And I know we have some of the language students graduating as part of the class today. And I was wondering if we could take a moment and pause and honor them. Would you guys mind standing? You all have done such important and such hard work. And it's a service not just to yourself and your future, but truly to your community. So I tell all these stories to illustrate that the history of education in our tribes is complicated, right? It's kind of like a double-edged sword. Education has been used as a weapon against our communities. It's been used to assimilate us and erase our cultures. But education is also a tool. We have always had ways of protecting and passing down our knowledge systems, whether that was in a classroom or a living room. And like many things that came with colonization, we took this idea of school and we made it our own. As tribal nations, we have used education to increase opportunities for tribal citizens, strengthen our communities, and protect tribal sovereignty. There is a reason why first the federal government and then the state of Oklahoma wanted to eradicate tribal schools. Because what we saw as a resource, they saw as a threat. And I think the difference between these two things, education as a weapon and education as a tool, is sovereignty. When we as Indigenous people have control over our knowledge systems, our languages, and the education of our young people, we thrive. And that is why the College of Muskogee Nation and the work that you all have done here is so important. Class of 2025, you should be proud of all that you did to arrive at this moment. All the papers that you turned in, all the classes that you attended, all those late nights of studying, the things outside of school that you juggled so that you could be here. Maybe that was family, maybe that was a job, maybe it was other obstacles people here don't even know about. But what you have accomplished in this degree is greater than just your individual achievement. Because by coming here and being part of this community, by working on things like the Muskogee language, by helping build this institution, you are part of a whole. So while I was doing my YouTube research, there was another sort of pattern or theme to, the typical commencement address that I picked up on. And what would happen is the speech giver, whether it was Steve Jobs or Oprah, would share a personal story of some hard thing that happened in their life and how they overcame it. And the purpose of these stories were to tell the graduates this kind of basic message of like, yes, things will be hard, but you will overcome. Listening to the speeches, however, I felt like something was missing. The speech giver always got through that obstacle through personal grit and hard work and determination, this idea of personal perseverance. But when I think about the hard things that have happened in my life, that's not how I got through them. About a year ago, I got really sick, like in the hospital for a week sick, like hard to leave my house for months sick. And I have been through hard things in my life, but there is no crisis, I will tell you, like personal illness. When the thing that is breaking down is your body, everything else stops. And I could tell you that I got through those really sick months by being strong and resilient, but honestly, that's not what happened. There were days I just cried and felt sorry for myself. There were times I didn't know how I was going to make it through. And you want to know what got me through? It was relationships. It was my family. It was my community. It was the people who drove me to doctor's appointments when I was too sick to drive myself. It was my parents who came and stayed with me when I couldn't take care of myself. It was the friends who would sit with me when I couldn't really leave my couch just to break up the monotony of being stuck at home. And so I guess the message I want to leave you with is that I'm not here to tell you about personal grit and perseverance, graduates, because I think you already know that, right? If you weren't already resilient, you wouldn't be here today. I'm here to remind you that you are not alone. So if you would humor me, would you take a moment and look at the back of the room? And look around. Look at your peers, your professors, your family members, your tribal leaders, the broader community that came here to support you. When you hit that inevitable obstacle, that low point, that crisis that will inevitably come, this is what I want you to think about. All the people who love you and support you and want you to succeed. Wadon, thank you.
Wado and Mado, Rebecca, for your words of wisdom. To our graduates, we appreciate your work in the Native community and continued support of the College of the Muskogee Nation. It's been a pleasure to host you on campus throughout the years. You're a tremendous leader for the Cherokee Nation and an advocate for all of Indian country. Wado. As a tribal college, we have many special aspects of our institution that make us unique. such as the cultural context of our curriculum or the close bonds developed between faculty, staff, and students. Our graduation ceremony is no different and includes a very special aspect where we invite a graduate respondent to reflect on their time here at CMN and charge their fellow graduates to continue for the betterment of the Muskogee Creek Nation. I'm honored to introduce Ms. Nora Tiger as our graduate respondent representing the 2025 College of the Muskogee Nation graduating class.
J. Nora Tiger, Jaffa Jifkados, Yafala Kanade, Amidol Wetmomen, Wokogi Amilegidas. Hello, my name is Nora Tiger. My tribal town is Yafala Canadian, and I am from the Raccoon Clan. I hope you're all doing well this morning. Mado for coming out. We all really appreciate it. To my graduating class of 2025, congratulations. We've truly done amazing things in our time here, and we should be proud of the time that we spent at this college. Not only is it an honor for me to stand here before you all, but it's also an honor for us to be here together as a collective whose lives have intersected at this singular point in time to share in this achievement. And for sure, we've all had some sleepless nights to reach this very moment. All the deadlines, finals, papers, and just life, but we made it through. We made it through with diligence, love for the culture, and with little to no debt. Today, I would just like us to reflect on our time at the College of the Muskogee Nation. This is a truly unique experience that we're not going to find anywhere else. We have access to cultural knowledge, and for that to have been passed on to us is a truly special thing. That is why I will always recommend the College of the Muskogee Nation, recommend this institution of higher learning to our people. This college has taken me on a journey from the homelands to Washington, D.C. to Wounded Knee, and everywhere I went, I carried our values, our history, and our undying will to exist as Muskogee people. To all the students who work towards this degree, who have children to take care of while having a full-time job as a first-generation student, while dealing with grief or any other unspoken struggle, I never had a doubt that you could do it. Because this campus fosters resiliency, and just because you cross this finish line doesn't mean you should slow down. Because I know you'll continue to make an impact. This is only the beginning of the many great things you'll achieve. To staff, faculty, and elders, thank you for believing in us, encouraging us, and helping us find our way. You've done more than teach us. You've invested in us. Before I continue any further, I want to ask everyone to take a moment with me to honor those who walked before us and those who couldn't be here with us tonight. Their spirits are still with us, and we carry their dreams forward. Thank you. Our ancestors, who crossed the Trail of Tears, were dedicated to bring our Muskogee ways from the homelands to where we stand today. In the face of incredible adversity, they weren't just fighting to survive, they were fighting so that we can continue that fight. Because that fight is for sovereignty, for healing, for identity, and it's far from over. By our very existence and presence today, we continue to fight for cultural preservation. We have now been given the tools to go forth and make change. The most important changes I've made are within myself. but it was through being challenged by the College of the Muskogee Nation that I have become more rounded as a student, an individual, and as a Muskogee citizen. And when I look out at all of you, I don't just see graduates. I see the next chiefs, the next doctors, the next lawyers, the next creatives, the activists, the Mahayas, and land protectors. So when you leave here today, remember your ability to do amazing things. And never forget, we are Indigenous, we are strong, we are ready, and we're not done yet. Mado.
Mado, Nora, for your words of encouragement. We're all very proud of you and your many accomplishments and look forward to seeing you continue to succeed in higher education and your career path. At this time, Dean Tyner and I will confer the degrees. Graduates, please rise.
President Randall, distinguished platform guests, as Dean of Academic Affairs, I am pleased to represent the faculty and to inform you that these candidates for graduation have completed the requirements prescribed by the College of Muskogee Nation Board of Regents for the degrees of Associate in Applied Science, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Certificates in the Muskogee Language Studies, Muskogee Language Teaching, and Tribal Leadership. I hereby recommend that you confer the degrees and certificates. Mado.
And now, on the recommendation of the faculty and staff and with the approval of the Board of Regents of the College of the Muskogee Nation and by the authority vested in me, it is my honor and privilege to present you with the appropriate academic degree and certificate. Will the platform guests join me in the presentation of the diplomas? Will all the graduates please stand? Candidates for graduation, move your tassels from the right to the left. Muskogee Edowa, I present to you the College of the Muskogee Nation's 2025 graduating class. Please join me in giving our graduates a round of applause. We appreciate everyone for attending this morning's graduation. This concludes our ceremony. Hadam Chihi Jatlis Madu! All right. Thank you, everyone. This concludes our graduation. Mado, everyone. Mado graduates. Yeah.
Gonna walk around a little bit here.
I think I left it. He's too short.
Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody, oh, there you go. Say hi. Everybody's on YouTube. They can see you. Okay. Yeah, we're live streaming them. So say whatever you want to say.
These are my students all the way from
Oh,
Kingdom.
wow. So you guys traveled to get here. That's good.
And Lucy is my cousin.
Oh, excellent. Well, good to have you here.
He's finished with the Muskogee Art Market. She's an artist. So we are very famous people in the Muskogee language certificate.
Awesome.
And I'm starting to use the Muskogee language in my artwork, so it's very special to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Look forward to seeing that.
And Lucy just taught the Muskogee language to people in England, children. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we can use all the help we can get.
I'm just going to go and grab them actually. My phone as they come in.
Okay. Well, I'm going to walk around a little bit, see who's here. I'm not the official one. See everybody already heading out. We got a photo booth. People are going to take some photos. Hi, Dr. King.
Hey.
We're live on YouTube.
Good to see you. You got your camera going.
Yep. Yeah. The internet's watching. Figured we'd let them see what it's like after graduation. Yeah, we're live. Say hi. Wish you were here and all that.
After you got off the page, I was about to listen to it.
We're live to the internet. YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, because I'm like, it ain't, everything is close.
It's Colton Wood. He's usually the one wearing the camera, but he gets to be on it today. So. I think they're not long. Come on, boy.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, we're live to the internet. Well, we have people up here that think they weren't going to be on camera today, so we'll catch them up there. Oh, excuse me. We have our light horse officers here too. Yes. And say hi to our live stream.
Oh, you're the oldest girl. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Want to say hi to this live stream?
Yeah, hey. Congratulations to all the kids.
You got it.
Yeah.
Want to say hi to the live stream?
Straight.
Here, take one more. I'm going to open my eyeball.
Somebody moved my projection screen, but I guess that's okay. Arthur's here. He's usually holding the camera too. But you get to see him today because I'm holding the camera. Yeah, we're live to the internet right now. Say hi. Oh, or duck out of the way, whichever one you want to do.
Never got back. Congratulations.
Oh, it's okay.
Thank you. Hello. Yeah, we're live streaming right now. Say hi to YouTube.
What up, YouTube? We're doing a motorcycle journey to the Vietnam Memorial Day. Laura did really good on her speech, huh?
It's TJ. If you're watching what we're doing.
It's funny. This one's on like a 5-second delay, and this one's almost on like a 13.
Yeah, we have the internet latency issues. But yeah, this is our setup here. Oh yeah, yeah. You just put it over here. We'll pack it up with the rest of it. Okay. Say hi to Steve, or say hi to the internet, Steve.
Hi everyone.
Say hi to the live stream.
Okay, please do. Bye-bye. Wait, hold on. Signing off as Madam President of NOLA.
Official sign off. You saw it here.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Take care.
You too, Ray. That wasn't me. That was... You guys ready?
Hey, Mr. Gaber. Live.
Are you live?
Yep.
No, it's been a while.
Hello. Say hi, internet.
Hi, internet.
You can't escape the internet. It finds you, even when you're offline.
I keep thinking every time I look at you, I feel like that's a parrot.
Oh, yeah. Internet want a cracker. I don't know. Bad jokes. Say hi to the internet. We're on live stream.
You're like GoPro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the camera, huh?
Yeah. Say hi to the internet. That was a great speech. I was over there listening to you, and then listening to you again on 30-second delay.
Okay, do you guys have a video?
Yeah, it'll be live stream on our website. This will be live stream on our website right now.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, because I was gonna say if you guys send stuff to me, I'll share it on social media.
yeah, totally. I think we got you the whole speech on there with real good audio. We had some camera complications, but I think we got your entire speech without anything. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Sure. Thanks for coming. It was a great speech, like I said. Let's see. More pictures? It's funnier when you don't see the still version.
All right, we'll see you some more.
What's up, Reg? Oh, yeah? Yeah, I was watching him pose a minute ago.
Now we take this picture. So I know you're Okay. Thank you. Okay, it's a lot easier. Okay. Okay, wait. Please don't be cute.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Nora, that was a great speech.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I think we'll do one more behind the scenes peek here. And
Pauline, Duracell. I'm sorry I had to. It's right there.